welcome everyone, and it's good to see everybody back. And for the people that's your first time here, welcome, welcome. This is our we've taken kind of a break over the holidays because we were all scattered hither and yon, but now we're back hither and ready to go yon. Anyway, yeah. So today we're going to do it's a track called Kundalini, and it's a second track, and it's a 24-minute point, 38 seconds. And it is guided by Judith Pennington. And Judith is a wonderful human being. She's uh, great intellectual knowledge, great soul depth, great wisdom. She's just a complete package, and she's been a pioneer in the human brain and the transformation that happens when we meditate and we use this technology. Very interesting stuff. So in this track, the focus is on Kundalini, and that is the life force energy that is within us. And in my meditation this morning, I was thinking about it comes from, I believe, the Hebrew tradition, but it's the pre-tragic part of life, and that can just be in your mother's womb or after that. If you had good parents and you had a stable childhood and everything seems to be rolling, and I was like that. I made it through to about 30 till I got hit between the eyes, and boom, I was in the tragic phase of life. And that's when we feel not only our own pain and sometimes just the absurdity of it all. So why we even be here? This is just suffering. What's going on, and we often open not only to our individual pain but to the pain of the world, which is heavy. Which and not everybody makes it here, but if you continue on the journey, you can get to the post sense of tragic, and that's when you embrace your life and your death, and you stand for the good, the true, the beautiful, um, that which is comes out of the light of our inner being. And a lot of that is confronting and also surrendering. So I would also suggest that in this meditation today with Kundalini, that Kundalini is something like we can't like force up by grabbing a toothpaste tube and squeezing the Kundalini out of it. That doesn't quite work. But what does work is a surrender into the moment, which is also a surrender into death. And there are death of our physical body and the death of, well, the many life and death experiences we go through. Well, every night when we go to sleep, it's a form of death. And when we come back, we're reborn in the morning. And so in this meditation, let's listen to the words that are coming from Judith and sink into, relax, and surrender into the sound of the brain entrainment that's getting there, and just put the gears in neutral and just allow it to emerge as we surrender deeper into this track in this moment. And hopefully we can come out into a post-tragic experience of life where we embrace it all, and it becomes, everything's a sacrament. No matter how it might seem on the outside, we can pierce through the darkness and across into the core of all things, which is just fine. Thank you. So without further ado, why don't we get rolling on this? And like I said, it's 24 minutes, and just surrender. Put your mind and your body into neutral, and just let it be there, and let the power of these words and the power of this transmission come through.
Sit comfortably with your spine straight and allow your eyes to close. Allow yourself to take a few minutes to clear your mind and relax. Begin to experience yourself going into a very deep state of meditation. It's almost a sense of falling backwards, backwards into softness, backwards into warmth.
Welcome back, everyone. That was a beautiful meditation, taking us from the roots of our individual soul force. I think that's what Martin called it, and up to connection with everything, every molecule in the universe, back into the self and down. And as she said, it's a really good thing to get an image of, because you can use that as a hallmark, as a landmark in our journey back home. And when we're moving from the pre-traumatic, the post-traumatic, tragic rather. And the post-traumatic is basically just coming home. We're not going anywhere that we haven't already been. And so many people have written about these experiences of enlightenment. And it's always like, this is who I really am. This is what I've always been. It's iAwake. So yeah, so embrace it all and continue the journey and continue the practice. And the practice is something that you can, well, you can take responsibility for. You can't necessarily take responsibility for what happens, because that's where our higher power, and that's where grace, and that's where our higher self kicks in. And at the same time, we become in right relationship with our higher self, God, if you will, and our small self, which is also God, if you will. But we have to go through that and experience that separate self and make it a healthy vessel to contain all that's waiting for us. So all the work that we do on our small self is absolutely beneficial and strengthening and sacred. But the trick is to get it in right relationship with your big self. And enlightenment, or the death rebirth experience, is not a negation of your small self. It's an affirmation that it's always been there, that it took evolutionary process, billions of years to create. And it's rather a new creation, but the essence of it has always been there. And is out, not only is it's not, it's outside of time, and time emerges from that deep place. So anyway, I guess that's enough. And here's wishing you a blessed journey through the phases of your life and the phases of your practice. And yeah, keep it up, because you're it, and you're the gift you have to give. So don't be discouraged. And time spent in the interior dimensions is what wakes us up to the whole thing. As Jesus said in the Gospel of Thomas, the kingdom of heaven is within you, and it's also without you. And when we put that together, we really have something. We wake up, relax, we're home. So anyway, God bless you guys, and thanks for being back. I hope everyone had a good holy day, and that it involved remembrance and a gratitude for all that we are, and even a recognition of all the pain in this transformational period that we're going through on the planet right now. But you are needed, or you wouldn't be here. So anyway, God bless and thanks.